I want to know what I'm putting on my skin, and I want to know that what I'm putting on my skin is healing my skin and not harming my skin. I want to put something sustainable on my skin. I want to nourish my skin. All of those things are important, and I want to be able to do that for other people as well, especially in the Black community.
Hello and welcome to Tea Talks. My name is Sid and I'm the creator of Roots Holistic, which is a lifestyle brand promoting mindful living. And Tea Talks is an intentional space for conversation around mindful living, healing, and liberation. I've been looking forward for the opportunity to talk with Tamra Collins. Tamra is the creator of Life Beauti, a line of vegan skincare products designed with sensitive skin in mind. Her products are free from dyes, fragrant oils, and completely non-toxic. So I'm excited to get into this talk. Tamra, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for coming on and sharing about your creations. Before we get into it, do you have a word that could describe kind of where you're at right now or where you have been?
I guess grateful. Grateful seems to be my word a lot. Um, Grateful for the spaces that I've been allowed to be a part of. Grateful for you for having me on. And, just grateful for my body, for my family, for, you know, finally doing the thing that I love to do.
Yes, thank you for sharing that. I feel like gratitude is really grounding as well. You know, when for me, I have this tendency of like spinning everything out of control, like just trying to think so wide. And sometimes the most grounding thing you can do is just be like, I'm grateful for what is right here and right now.
That's the main reason why I'm always like, why grateful is my word, because my mind is typically going like 100 miles per hour on just overthinking. So it helps to think about the things that like I have and the reasons why.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Well, let's get into it. I would love to hear kind of what inspired the creation of Best Life Beauty.
Yeah. So my inspiration was my daughter, and her her skin that kind of started breaking out when she was going through puberty. She's 14 now. But she was my inspiration to start doing like just a natural product that didn't have a lot of extra ingredients in it, that had natural things in it that I knew what they were. So I just started like experimenting on her skin, and I mean, I experimented a lot on her skin before I really found something that worked. And yeah, the black soap was like the thing that really worked for her. So I diluted it. I made it more gentle for her. I didn't want to buy over the counter things for her skin because she was still like super young. And that was like the thing that catapulted it. And I had always been kind of into trying, like I would try pretty much anything. Like I'll, you know, so I had always kind of experimented like on myself and on my family with things, even though they thought I was crazy half the time. But that was the thing that catapulted it. And then I started making other things. And then I was like, then you really start to look at the ingredients and things, right? And you're really like, what is this? It's just like so much crap that they put in skincare products. So I just started researching. I would be up until like 3 in the morning sometimes, just researching like oils and herbs and this and that. And like a line just grew from that.
What is your intention behind it being vegan skincare products?
Um, well, I kind of flip flop between being vegan and vegetarian. I don't eat meat or anything. Cruelty free was always the goal of anything that I did. Um, Cruelty free products. So the vegan products came out of me, that being kind of like my destination. Like eventually I'm gonna get here. Eventually I'm going to be completely vegan. Eventually I'm gonna be like alkaline vegan, which is probably way in the future because it's super strict. But like that's always like kind of like my focus, and that's what I wanted my products to be. And I wanted them to be accessible to all. I mean, and if they're vegan, they're accessible to vegan people as well as non-vegan people and everyone in between. So
Mm. I That's just something that I would never have even thought about, but yes, like full accessibility and full non-harming. That makes sense. What would you say is your most popular product right now?
I mean, it's probably the black soap. I mean, that's the product that started it, and that's been the consistent popular product. Um, the liquid black, the foaming black soap. So it's like a facial wash. So that's been the most popular product. I sell it in a set. It's called a clear complexion combo. So I sell it in a set with a facial oil. But the body butters are super popular as well.
Especially as we get into this fall and winter season, I feel like body butter is essential.
I love body butters. I have not used like a water based lotion in years at this point. It's just like you said, like especially now that we're getting into the winter months, everyone's skin is getting a little bit drier. It's just it's thicker, it lasts longer, it nourishes your skin, makes you feel good. So that's like a definite they're very close. Like the foam and black soap and then the body butter.
And you mentioned the body butter in contrast to water-based lotion. So, what is the base of a body butter?
So body butters are um, oil based products. So um, raw shea butter is the base of it, and then I use coconut oil and argan oil, which are both like really nourishing for the skin. Um, they don't contain any water at all, so they're super. They'll last like for a really long time. Like they're really shelf stable products.
Mm.
And then I use the essential oils in it instead of the fragrance oil, so you also get the aromatherapy benefits from it as well.
Okay. Oh, I wanted to ask, just for folks that maybe they've heard of black soap, but like don't know exactly what black soap is. Can you tell us a little bit more about it?
Yeah. Yeah, so black soap, so it's African black soap. It is made in Ghana, and it is like a detoxing soap. It's made with like volcanic ash, and it does have shea butter in it, and plantain skin ash. Um, it doesn't have lye in it, but the ingredients that are in it somehow allow you to create a lather. It's really amazing. Um, and like mine is made in Ghana. I don't make the black soap bars myself, but I do make the liquid black soap out of the bars. So um, it's really an amazing soap. Um, the women have been using it for years in Ghana. They have beautiful skin. They have beautiful skin. It helps with hyperpigmentation. It helps with eczema. It helps with so much.
So, why is skincare important to you?
Skincare is important to me because the main reason, like I mentioned earlier, is just um, I want to know what I'm putting on my skin, and I want to know that what I'm putting on my skin is healing my skin and not harming my skin. Um, I want to put something sustainable on my skin. I want to nourish my skin. All of those things are important, and I want to be able to do that for other people as well, especially in the Black community.
Yeah.
Um, we haven't been we haven't been privy to um, a lot of nourishing ingredients. A lot of times, the things that we use in our skin is out of necessity, and I just want to open up that. I just want to open up that door that skincare doesn't have to be super difficult. Um, and it's so many things in nature that can help to nourish your skin.
Yes. When you're like talking about like nourishing your skin, I'm just thinking about I've used soap before where afterwards my skin felt like it was stripped of everything. Like it just felt like my skin was super stiff. And that's like what's coming to mind when thinking about these products that have all these ingredients that we
Yeah,
don't even know what it is, and like just to
yeah,
even have the experience of feeling what your skin feels like when it's nourished is a really nice thing to
yeah,
offer people.
yeah. Definitely, it's a transition. I mean, it's definitely a transition to you what your skin can be, I guess. When you're talking about using like Irish Spring soap and just all of these other soaps that are not made by us or for our skin at all. And then to like kind of go over to switch into something like more natural, more even if you use just like oil on your skin, like a coconut oil or grapeseed oil or you know, it it I think people are a little bit scared of oil too because if you have oily skin, you're, oh no, I don't want to use oil. A lot of oils are really good for your skin and don't clog your pores and help balance the oil production in your skin.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It kind of also reminds me of this journey back to our roots or back to the earth. And I think that
hmm
it's kind of like this beautiful mending point of like putting natural things onto our bodies, like taking the earth body and
yeah,
like using it to nourish our bodies. So I really love that as well.
definitely.
So would you consider skincare a self-care practice? And what is your kind of ritual around skincare?
I definitely consider skincare self care, one of the many forms of self care. Just like you mindful about what you put inside of your body, like the foods that you eat and what you drink. I think that what you put onto your skin is really important too. It's our largest organ, and I think it's definitely a form of self care. I don't have like a specific routine that I follow every single night, besides doing like the body butter when I get out of the shower. But on like my like bath days when I actually take a bath, I use like a detox bath salts, and it's super moisturizing. It has like the coconut milk powder and the Epsom salt and herbs, and it's just a whole thing, and it not only relaxes you physically because it does help like relax your muscles and everything, but it is like a mental thing as well. It helps you like to slow down. It helps you slow down for a second. But I think all of that is self care. I think taking care of your skin is I think making sure you wash your face every night is self care. I think making sure that you moisturize your body is self care because you're loving on yourself, which we have to do.
Yeah. And I mean, it makes so much sense and it feels very accessible skincare as
Yeah,
because I think that oftentimes people are like, I don't have time to, go to the spa or, like do all these fancy things for self-care, but like you're saying, just
yeah,
washing your face and taking the time to be with yourself in the mirror for the 5 minutes that it takes to wash your face can be a really intimate moment with self.
right.
And the bath thing too. I think that baths are kind of they help with releasing. Like if you take like at the
Mhm.
end of your week, if you have a nice bath that you can take at the end of the week, that is Such a nice way to kind of unwind and release any of the tensions that were built up over the week or the day.
And I meet so many people that are like, I just don't have time to take a bath. Like, it's just, I mean, baths are, it's not like jumping in the shower. Like, I realize that. It's like preparation and, you know, especially if you're taking an herbal bath, you have to clean up after. I get it, but it's worth it. It's so worth it. You might not do it every day, but at least like a couple times a month.
I think we just have to have the conversation with self, like, I am worth it. I am worth the extra time to take this bath. Where can people find your products?
So I am on Etsy. I sell everything on Etsy. If you go to etsy.com/shop/Best Life Beauty, you can find my page. Also, if you go to Instagram and just click the link in my bio, it'll take you straight to my Etsy page, or on Facebook as well. I'm also at like farmers markets and different, you know, random pop-ups throughout the month, and I will post those on my social media as soon as I find out where I'll be. The main thing that I want people to know is that um, I try to make things as simple as possible. I try not to like overdo a bunch of different formulas, and not that there's anything wrong with that, but I try to make it like a, you know, skincare for all. Um, and I want your 6-month-old, you know, to be able to use it, and I want your 90-year-old grandmother to be able to use it. Like, I don't. It's not discriminatory. It's literally for everybody. If you have skin, then it's for you. It's very gentle. You know, it's infused with love. It's infused with good intention, and yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sharing. I'm so excited. It's a household brand. That's what it is. Everyone can use it. Everyone will love it. Thank you so much, Tamra, for sharing about Best Life Beauty. And thank you all for taking time to listen. And I'm going to put the links for how you can find these products on your own. I'll see you guys soon.